Urologist reveals 7 masturbation mistakes. After age 60, that silently harm older men. You may still get an erection, but the sensation is nearly gone. No pain, no obvious illness yet. Your body is quietly sending distress signals. After age 60, seemingly harmless masturbation habits can silently damage the prostate, dull sensations, and disconnect you from your own body. I'm a men's health specialist focusing on older men's sexual wellness, and today I'll reveal the 7 most common mistakes men make when masturbating, mistakes nearly every man over 60 has made at some point. More importantly, I'll share simple, safe, and effective ways to restore sensation, confidence, and masculinity. Pay special attention to mistake number 6. Almost every man makes it, and it can cause permanent damage if not addressed in time. If you've ever felt something's off but couldn't pinpoint why, this video is for you. Drop a 1 in the comments if you've experienced this, or a 0 if you think you haven't, because what you're about to hear could transform how you view your sexual health in later years. Mistake 1. Relying on pornography, the silent sensation killer. Many men over 60 tell me the same thing. Doc, I'm healthy, I eat well, but I barely feel anything anymore, and I've lost interest. When I ask a simple question, do you frequently watch adult films? They often go quiet, not out of shame, but because they never considered it a cause. The truth is, after 60, your dopamine system, which drives pleasure and motivation, naturally weakens. Overloading it with intense, fast-paced adult content, vivid visuals and sounds, overwhelms your brain. To protect itself, the brain desensitizes dulling real-life sensations. The result: even if you can still get an erection, the pleasure doesn't come. The connection between your brain and genitals weakens. Many men blame age, but it's not just aging. It's excessive pornography that numbs the nervous system. The good news: you can reset your brain. Try cutting out adult films for 3 to 4 weeks. Focus on real sensations, imagination, or genuine emotional connections instead. It's not easy, but it's the first step to reclaiming true feelings, connection, and confidence you thought were gone. If you've overused adult content and noticed fading sensations, leave a 1 in the comments. If you've cut back and felt sensations return, drop a 1A. The scary part: it's not just what you watch, but where you do it that can silently harm your prostate. Mistake 2. Masturbating on the toilet, a seemingly convenient habit that damages the prostate. You might think, what's wrong with sitting on the toilet? Many men over 60 choose the bathroom for privacy. It's lockable, undisturbed. But sitting hunched over on the toilet for extended periods, especially in a tense or forward-leaning position, compresses the pelvic area where the prostate, genital nerves, and blood vessels critical to male sexual health reside. After age 60, blood flow is vital for erections, sensation, and recovery after orgasm. Prolonged sitting in this position restricts circulation, straining the prostate and nerves. The consequences: frequent urination, dribbling, incomplete emptying, aching in the groin or scrotum, and a heavy, dull sensation after masturbation. Many men don't connect these symptoms to their toilet habit. I've seen dozens of cases where years of masturbating on the toilet was the common thread. The good news: you don't need to stop, just change your position. Try lying on your side, standing gently in a private bathroom, or sitting upright on a cushioned chair without hunching. These small changes let your pelvic area breathe, improve blood flow, and reduce pressure on the prostate and nerves. If you're experiencing frequent urination, nighttime waking, or numbness in the genital area, this could be the root cause. Don't wait until function fades completely to act. Listen to your body's subtle signals. If you've masturbated on the toilet for long periods, leave a 2 in the comments. If you never realized posture affects sexual health, drop a 0. A small change could save your body's entire system. But sometimes it's not the position or environment, it's rushing that makes pleasure shallow and robs you of your connection to your body. Mistake 3. Rushing through. When pleasure becomes a burden. A common but overlooked mistake is rushing masturbation. Many men tell me, "Doc, I just want to get it over with. I don't have time or interest, it's just to get it done." Sound familiar? This get it over with mindset silently erodes your pleasure system. After 60, your body doesn't respond well to physical or emotional stress. Rushing puts your body in a tense state, heart-racing blood vessels, constricting brain, unable to produce enough dopamine or oxytocin, the hormones that bring satisfaction and joy. The result: you may ejaculate but feel no fulfillment, only fatigue, emptiness, or lethargy. Over time, your body learns to shortcut pleasure, making each session shallow, fleeting, and meaningless. Worse, you may struggle to maintain arousal with a partner, losing the emotional, physical connection, all because of a rushed habit. The good news: you don't need anything complex, just slow down. Take 3 deep breaths before starting. Feel each movement and emotion. Pause briefly mid-session to listen to your body instead of racing to the finish. This opens your nervous system, improves blood flow, and makes emotions more accessible. You'll reconnect with your body in a way many thought was lost forever. Masturbation isn't a race. At this age, it's an art of sensation. Slow down, and the feelings will return, not because you're younger, but because you're listening to your body correctly. If you've rushed through masturbation feeling empty afterward, leave a 3 in the comments. If you treat it as a moment to savor, slowly drop a 0 to show you're on the right track. But even if you slow down, there's a critical muscle group most men neglect, and ignoring it can lead to loss of control, weakness, and fading prowess. The pelvic floor muscles. Mistake 4. Neglecting the pelvic floor, the muscles that define male strength. One muscle group is vital to male sexual health but often ignored for decades: the pelvic floor. These muscles, stretching from the pubic bone to the anus, support the bladder, prostate, and penis. They're the foundation of male sexual function, controlling erections, sensation, urinary flow, and ejaculation. After 60, sitting more, moving less, and tensing the lower abdomen during masturbation weaken these muscles, making them sluggish or nearly paralyzed. I treated a 65-year-old former athlete, fit, healthy diet, strong heart. But he said, "I feel no strength down there. My body doesn't coordinate anymore." Tests showed his pelvic floor muscles were barely active during any sexual activity, including masturbation. The consequences of weak pelvic floor muscles: urinary dribbling, poor erections, premature ejaculation, or no sensation. The genitals and scrotum feel numb due to poor blood flow. The good news: you can reactivate these muscles in just weeks with the right exercises. Try this now. Gently contract the muscles you'd use to stop urinating midstream. Hold for 3 seconds, then release. Repeat 10-15 times daily, whether sitting, standing, or lying down. During masturbation, avoid tensing your abdomen or pushing down hard. Instead, lightly engage the pelvic floor. Over time, you'll notice stronger sensations, better control, and a renewed sense of internal power. This isn't a trivial tip. It's a lifelong physical foundation. If you've never heard of the pelvic floor muscles, which govern erections, urination, and pleasure, leave a 4 in the comments. If you've already trained them, drop a 9 kudos to you. But even with proper exercises and posture, one factor can still cause numbness or prolonged fatigue. Frequency, too much or too little, can harm you. Mistake 5. Wrong. Frequency, too much or too little, disrupts your rhythm. A question that stumps many men over 60. How often should I masturbate? Some worry they're doing it too often. Others feel hesitant because they haven't in a while, thinking, I'm too old for this. Both extremes are harmful. Case 1. Too frequent daily or multiple times a day leads to fatigue lethargy after each session and loss of genuine arousal with a partner. Over time, it becomes a reflex, not an emotional experience. Constant stimulation exhausts the prostate and dulls sensitive nerves. Case 2. Too infrequent abstaining for months due to religion health issues, medications, or thinking it's unnecessary also hurts. Regular sexual activity, including masturbation, maintains blood flow to the genitals, keeps nerves sharp, and prevents atrophy or fibrosis. Prolonged abstinence reduces natural desire, shrinks penile tissue due to poor blood flow, and disconnects you from your body's emotions. So, what's the right frequency? There's no universal number, but 1 to 2 times per week is ideal for most men over 60. The key isn't the number, but ensuring each session feels meaningful, emotionally connected, and unhurried. Masturbation isn't a duty or mindless habit, it's part of overall health, like eating, sleeping, or exercising. Align the frequency with your energy, emotions, and health, not external pressures. Where do you stand? If you masturbate too often, leave a 5A. If it's been a long time, drop a 5B. If you maintain a balanced rhythm with good emotions, leave a 5C to keep the healthy rhythm going. But even with the right frequency and emotions, one mistake in technique, using too much force, can erase pleasure and cause lasting damage you might not notice. Mistake 6. Using too much force, losing sensation through unconscious habits. This is the mistake nearly every man over 60 makes, yet few realize using excessive force during masturbation. You might think I'm less sensitive now, so I need to grip harder to feel something. But this habit silently destroys sensation day after day. The skin and nerves of the penis are highly sensitive, but over time, aggressive. Rubbing, tight gripping, or pressing against hard surfaces damages these nerves, causing micro-injuries that accumulate and lead to tissue fibrosis. The result? Reduced sensation, despite erections requiring stronger stimulation to feel anything, which worsens the damage. In severe cases, this leads to penile curvature pain during erections or Peyronie's disease scar tissue buildup. I treated a 70-year-old man who said, I don't feel pain, just a gradual loss of sensation, and now I'm scared to touch it. As expected, his sensory nerves were heavily damaged, and blood flow to the penile shaft was compromised by fibrosis. But it's not a death sentence. Stop using excessive force and switch to gentler techniques. Avoid tight grips. Use light palm movements guided by imagination or real emotions. Medical-grade lubricants can reduce friction if needed. Sensation comes from connection and finesse, not force. The gentler you are, the more you'll rediscover true sensations you thought were gone. If you've gripped too tightly, rubbed aggressively, or used hard surfaces, leave a 6 in the comments. Don't be shy. Acknowledging this is the first step to reclaiming sensation. Finally, there's one subtle mistake that leaves men feeling empty, uninspired, and disconnected, masturbating without emotional engagement. Mistake 7. Masturbating without emotion. When body and soul drift apart. This may be the hardest mistake to recognize, but also the most dangerous. Masturbating without emotion. Many older men tell me, "I still do it, but I don't know why." There's no feeling, no joy, no motivation. This is a sign of a disconnect between body and soul. When masturbation becomes a mindless habit done just to get it over with, the pleasure system shuts down. Without emotion, meaning, or intent, your nervous system stops producing oxytocin, dopamine, or serotonin, the hormones that fuel satisfaction and connection. You may still function physically, but emotionally you grow cold, losing inspiration for life, intimacy with a partner, and warmth within your own heart. This is more dangerous than any physical ailment. How do you reconnect? Start small. Before masturbating, take deep breaths and silently affirm, "I value this body. It's still alive and feeling." Touch with care and intention, not to finish quickly. Create a clean, relaxing space, like a ritual to reconnect with yourself. Masturbation isn't wrong, but without emotion, it distances you from yourself. The beauty is, you can choose to feel again, to reconnect, to live fully in both body and spirit, no matter your age. Be honest. Do you still feel warmth, connection, or relaxation when touching yourself? If you feel nothing, leave a 7 in the comments. You're not alone, and you deserve to reclaim this. Conclusion: reclaim your vitality. Now you know the 7 silent mistakes eroding the sexual health and emotions of men over 60. More importantly, you know change is possible with awareness and new habits. Gentlemen, we've explored 7 seemingly small mistakes with big impacts on your health, sexual function, emotions, and connection after age 60. From relying on pornography to wrong postures, rushing, neglecting pelvic floor muscles, improper frequency, excessive force, or emotional disconnection, these habits can dull sensation, harm the prostate, and cause lasting damage. But the key takeaway is this: it's never too late to change. By listening to your body and making small adjustments, you can rediscover sensation, confidence, and joy you thought were lost. If this video hit home, made you realize something, or just felt spot on, leave a 1 in the comments. If you never realized these issues were so significant, drop a 0. I've got more insights to share. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend, brother, or loved one who needs it. Sometimes a video like this can transform the rest of a man's life. Thank you for watching to the end. I know this topic isn't easy to discuss, but your courage to understand and care for your body better means you're ready to live vibrantly, confidently, and connected in your later years. Here's to your health, energy, and happiness in every moment, even the most private ones. See you in the next video.